Hi, this is Balaji from Vanakkam, Germany, and today we are going to talk about the German taxes. In the recent years, many people started establishing their business with different legal forms like solo proprietorship, GmbH or UG. Everyone have a very common question: what kind of taxes one needs to pay and how much tax percentage will be calculated on the revenues which they generate. If you're new to this channel, we already made a set of videos explaining about starting business, establishing a business and many more. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get regular updates. If you're ready, come, let's get started. To explain us more in detail about the taxes one needs to pay for the business, we have an English-speaking tax consultant who can explain us more in detail. Hi Vincent, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi all, this is Vincent from ShortTax. We're a tax advisor company. We mainly work for private guys who do just their income tax declaration, but we also help all freelancer guys or companies to file their tax declarations. Today we're talking about what kind of taxes you have to pay when you have your own company. Let's get started and let's talk about in detail. So let's start with the freelancer. So freelancer, single person who's just working on his own. Doesn't matter whether you have one or two employees, doesn't matter. This is a single freelancer. A freelancer always have to pay the trade tax and also the income tax. Let's go to the trade tax to the beginning. The trade tax, there is no percentage which is similar for all the freelancers in Germany, because every single city has its own tax percentage for the trade tax. Let's maybe just do a little example, because it's always a little difficult calculation in the background. Imaginary amounts, you're a freelancer and at the end of the year you have a profit of 50,000 euro. Then we can deduct the trade tax free amount of 24,500 euro. Then we have an, let's say, trade taxable income of 25,500 euro. And now we just have to multiply this remaining trade taxable income with 3.5%. Now we have an amount of 890 euro. These 890 euro is just an imaginary amount to calculate the trade tax. In Germany, this amount is called maßgebender Gewerbeertrag. So this is the base for the calculation of the trade tax. Now we have to look in all the different cities. What is the percentage of this city? For example, the expensive city in Germany is Munich. Here in Munich we have a tax percentage for the trade tax of 490%. It sounds really a lot, but it is not that much. So just go on our example again. So we have a Gewerbeertrag, as we calculated, of 890 euros. And now we just have to multiply 490%, which is 4,370 euros. And now you see we have 50,000 euros profit, and we just have to pay a trade tax of 4,300 euro, which is just 8.75% of the profit. Furthermore, you will get another benefit, because every freelancer has also to calculate and pay the income tax. The income tax depends on your personal income. It can be from 0% up to 35% in Germany. So it depends on your income. When you're really earning good and you're a billionaire or millionaire, then you have to pay 45%. Otherwise, normal tax percentage is between 20 and 35%. When we calculate your income tax, let's say your total taxable income in Germany is 100,000 euro. You have to pay imaginary 30,000 euro income tax. Then we can deduct now the trade tax which you already paid of 4,300 euro. So at the end you just have to pay 30,000 euro. We will deduct the trade tax, and then you just have to pay 26,000 euro as an income tax in Germany. So you see, you won't lose all the trade tax. There are also some cities where you just have to pay, let's say, 350% or 400% trade tax, but it's always not that much as it sounds like, because it would be too much. So let's say you will pay a 40% income tax. Let's say a little example, 100,000 euro income, 40%, 40,000 euro tax. On the other hand, you paid, imaginary amount, 30,000 euro trade tax. Then you can deduct this trade tax from your income tax, and at the end you just have to pay 10,000 euro more income tax. And in total you paid 40,000 euro taxes. Let's coming to the companies like UG or GmbH. These are the, let's say, most popular companies here in Germany. Here we don't have a, let's say, real person. These companies are called juristische Personen, which is similar to, let's say, an imaginary person. So there will be no income tax, because income tax is just for real private persons. For companies like in UG or GmbH, you have to pay the Körperschaftsteuer. I'm sorry, I don't know the English word for this. The Körperschaftsteuer is 15% of your profit, and at the same time you also have to pay the trade tax. In total, you can expect a tax of 15% Körperschaftsteuer and around 50, 16, maybe 14% trade tax. So in total, for an, let's say, small calculation, you can always expect 30% taxes. Just comparing the trade tax for companies with the trade tax for freelancers, there is just one main difference. As you maybe have in your mind, I told you that for freelancers there is a trade tax free amount of 24,500 euro, which you can use. This trade tax free amount is gone for all companies. So there is no trade tax free amount at all. Maybe just a small additional little hint. Before I said you can deduct the trade tax from your income tax. It is not always sure that you can deduct 100% of the trade tax which you paid from your income tax. It sometimes depends where are you living, because there's a maximum amount, imaginary 380%. This can be deducted from your income tax. When you pay more, like in Munich, as I said, 490%, you can't deduct the whole amount, but most of the amount. Just to be sure that I mention everything, but it's really not a big amount you will lose. In case you have some further questions or want to speak in detail, or you can't understand correctly what I mean with some points, then just book an appointment. The link you will find below. Then we can talk in detail and I can answer all your questions.
Thank you, Vincent, for taking your time and explaining us more in detail with some examples. This way we can also understand how much tax percentage I need to pay for the profits which I earn through my business. Additional to this, if you're also looking for support in setting up a business or understanding how the taxes and insurance are calculated, you can also book the one-to-one appointment with me or with our team. We will be able to help you out. Link for booking the appointment is given in the description. Kindly check it. We will catch you in one other interesting video. Until then, bye-bye from Vanakkam, Germany, Balaji.